Okay, we all saw it. We all know it needs to be discussed. This is a theater channel. I have no choice. We need to discuss this. Those of you who know me in real life know that I hate cats. And this isn't based off surface level knowledge of the show either. I genuinely tried to watch that thing twice, and I couldn't do it. And I watched it back when there wasn't a revival going on. I watched the pro shot, which is like completely on YouTube, and I really tried to get through it. It's the most boring thing I've ever watched. And I have a friend, she knows who she is, she loves cats, she's been on this channel. I don't understand it. She's explained it to me a million times. It's still the stupidest idea I've ever heard. Obviously, everybody knows by now that there is going to be a star-studded movie version of Cats. Why this was the choice the studio made, well, I don't know, because it's barely a musical, so I don't know how they had planned to make it a movie. And they got all these big names, and Tom Hooper, who did Les Mis, you know, Mr. Big Close-Up to prove that they're singing live, Tom Hooper. And they got like, oh my god, they got the choreographer from Hamilton, like they got top tier people to do this movie. And it's nightmare fuel. Alright, and we've all seen the trailer, so I'm not going to do a reaction to the trailer because I've watched it a few times now. We'll start with the things that I do like. Jennifer Hudson as Grisabella, while I think she's a little young for it, makes sense, and she's arguably one of the better singers in the movie. The orchestrations are really pretty. I actually don't mind the music too much from the show. It's like the show itself that gets to me. Hearing those like opening notes to the main motif in the trailer was kind of nice. And that's about it. That's about it. There was a Tumblr post going around last week that had concept art from previous pitched renditions of the movie, and they were going to make them actual cats. It was going to be fully animated. It wasn't going to be this weird motion captured CGI fake fur thing. It was going to be genuinely animated, and then I guess the first studio they commissioned to do it shut down, so they couldn't do it. And then the second one, I believe, did the character design for Kung Fu Panda, which is one of DreamWorks' few good franchises, and apparently that got shut down as well, and that I don't know the reason for. But I saw the drawings, and it looks... I would have been so much more accepting to go see this movie if it had been those versions, and I'm so mad of what we got cheated out of because the art direction in it was beautiful. Also, I'm a little conflicted because if you know me personally, you know I love Taylor Swift. I love her with all my heart. I'm sitting on a Reputation sweatshirt right now because it sits on the back of my chair permanently now. I love her a lot. I don't know who the character Bombalurina is. I don't remember her from the original show, and I even messaged my friend who likes cats and asked about that character, and she's like, I don't remember that character either. I am curious to see what she does in a musical movie, because if anybody remembers from 2012, she was originally announced to be Eponine in the Les Mis film, and then I don't know what happened. Either she dropped out or they went a different direction, but Samantha Barks ended up playing it, which I much preferred. I love Taylor Swift, but I didn't want her playing Eponine. So I am curious to see what she does in her element, because she's a big cat lover. And she gets to be a cat for work. So, I mean, obviously, you're going to see... The thing that got to me was, it's such a strange concept, but every single person they hired seems so genuinely enthusiastic and happy to be there. So, you see there's very clear faith in this project, and it's either going to be a weird hit the way Cats originally was, because even when Andrew Lloyd Webber pitched this to people, they thought he was crazy and on drugs. And it ended up being one of the longest running musicals in Broadway history. So either this is going to be really, really good or really, really awful. I feel like I'm gonna end up seeing it. I'll probably go see it on my local theater's $6 Tuesday because I don't know if I want to spend that much money on it. Because there is a sick fascination I have with, because there were moments in the trailer where I was like, this is creepy as hell, and there were moments in the trailer where I was genuinely intrigued. So I'm not really sure where I stand. I can tell they tried to give it a bit more of a through line because movies, unlike stage shows, you don't have as many liberties that you can take, especially if it's a big mainstream blockbuster film. So it looks like they added this new character to sort of be an audience implant, to kind of someone they can explain things to, so people who haven't seen the show and have no concept of what the hell they're watching will have an idea of what's going on. For those of you who don't know, the plot of Cats, there's very little plot of Cats. It's a bunch of cats called the Jellicle Cats, and every year they have something called the Jellicle Ball, where all the cats, I guess, submit for the chance to go on to their next life. Which is an interesting concept for maybe like a short story, but not a 2-hour musical, because it's cats introducing themselves for 2 hours. And it's boring. It's really boring. So I was really wondering how they were going to tackle that in the film, because it could be a really boring movie. Die-hard fans of Cats are not fans of the fact that they're trying to make it make sense. But listen, folks, if you're gonna bring Cats to the mainstream modern day audience, you're gonna have to dumb it down a bit. Although it wasn't, in my opinion, smart to begin with, because it's not really saying anything. It's literally at face value, and Andrew Lloyd Webber has said this. He's like, it's about cats. There's no underlying message. There is no, like, allegory for, like, the state of the English empire at the moment. It's just about cats. It's about cats. It's a bunch of poems by T.S. Eliot that he took and turned into a 2-hour show, and somehow it was successful. I don't know how I feel. I have very mixed feelings. I've got a sick fascination about this, and I'm also a person who doesn't like to judge the thing before the thing exists, because right now all we have is a trailer and a behind the scenes video, I guess. And I love Taylor Swift, and everybody seems genuinely happy to be there. It's such a strange concept. And I don't know. And the thing is, it's in kind of pretty capable hands, I guess. I mean, Tom Hooper was a little bit annoying with the Les Mis thing, but I feel like if it fails, it'll be even worse because it was in really, really capable hands. Like, you have top-tier people working on this, and if even that can't work, I don't know. So, I guess tell me what you think of Cats. The general consensus seems to be that it's scary as hell, and I don't know, and the fact that everyone now knows the plot of Cats, like the fact that this is the musical that has hit the popular consciousness most recently, that is insane to me, and I'm also really sad that Cats is the one that hit the popular consciousness because it never even made my list of musicals that I wished people knew more about. So tell me what you think down below. Follow me on Instagram. That's where all the video updates and stuff go, like if I'm running late or if there's not going to be a video this week. So if you want updates and stuff like that, follow my Instagram. All my other social media is down there as well. You can follow me on Tumblr. I also post all my YouTube stuff there. And I did post a little bit about cats and reblog some things because everybody's talking about it right now. So yeah, I will see you next week. Cats. I swear to God.